Hello everyone, I am Sanjay Gupta. I welcome you on Sanjay Gupta Tech School. So today I'm going to deliver day 55 session and today's session is basically based on Queueable Apex, right? So this week actually we are going through the features which are provided by Asynchronous Apex, and in that series today I'm going to explain you what is Queueable Apex and how we basically use Queueable Apex in Salesforce, right? So this is very interesting topic, and I hope you have gone through the last two sessions which were based on future method and batch epics. So I gave you one task as well for both future method and batch epics, and provided one reference video as well, right? So if you are watching this video, this bootcamp video for the first time, so for your information, like if you want to follow all the videos which are related to this bootcamp, those are already happened. So this is the session tracker, and in this session tracker here you can see all the session links are available. For past and future links you will be having here uh, on the day of session, right? And the link of this session tracker is available in the description of the video. And alongside Salesforce, Sanjay Gupta Tech School is also hosting Cybersecurity Bootcamp. So in the adjacent tab, you will find session tracker for Cybersecurity Bootcamp. So here also you will find links of all the sessions. Those are happening live. So you can follow that as well, right? And for Salesforce, we have an exercise sheet. So if you click on this link, Salesforce exercise sheet link, so here you will find a link, and this sheet will be opened where you will be having all the sessions, right? So here you can see day number 55. So today we are going to discuss about Queueable Apex, and here one exercise is available, and that exercise is actually having a reference video as well. So first implement that after understanding the concept that I'm going to explain you, and then you can implement this. If you get stuck somewhere, you can watch this recorded video. So I hope this exercise sheet is helping you, and you are learning Salesforce topics and features day by day in proper way, right? And if you're joining this session for the first time, and if you want to follow the bootcamp and you want to know with whom you are interacting, who is your instructor, so just go through this slide. And this slide is basically showing what I have done so far, and I'm actually helping students, freshers, and working professionals to ramp their career in Salesforce ecosystem. So actually we are following all these virtual learning best practices. So you need to focus on live sessions so that you can understand the topic properly. Take proper notes, write down the doubts and ask in Q&A session. And don't miss any session. Everything is connected, practice. And if you miss any session and if you have any doubts, so go through the recording and you can ask your question in the Telegram group. And all relevant links are available in the description of this video. So keep doing above every day to build strong foundation for a successful career in ecosystem, in Salesforce ecosystem. And I can see on LinkedIn there are various posts available, like companies are hiring folks who are having at least 1 year of experience, right? So soon there will be lots of opportunities for freshers as well. But if you are switching from any other technology, so maybe like you can apply for those jobs, because this bootcamp will give you 6 months of like internship experience, like you have done all the practice. So maybe you can just apply for those jobs, and if you get selected, so it will be good for you. And do consistent practice, right? Please do practice regularly so that you can strengthen your like whatever Salesforce admin and development you are doing. So you will be a master of all the topics. And if you need QR code for Telegram group, so here it is. And like in each session I am explaining the topic and I am giving the demo, and I am just answering your questions as well. So this is a unique kind of bootcamp where each and every session is happening live, no recorded videos. I am just coming live every week, 3 or 4 days, and explaining the topic, doing demonstration, answering each and every questions whatever you have. So like utilize this bootcamp to strengthen your knowledge. And this is the past, present, and future timeline of this bootcamp. So we have completed 14 weeks of this bootcamp. We are currently in week number 15, and tomorrow week number 15 will also be completed. Next week you will be having sessions related to Visualforce, and then we'll be having sessions related to integration. Right, so I hope this bootcamp is helping you and improving your knowledge day by day. And follow Sanjay Gupta Tech School on YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Telegram so that you can receive timely notification. And all the important links related to session tracker or exercise sheet, those are available in the description of the video. Right, so share this channel with lots of folks. And my next bootcamp. So from June first week, I will be starting a bootcamp on C and C++ programming. That will be for students, freshers, and non-tech guys, or those who are having gap in their career, so that they can start learning programming. And after learning C and C++, you can jump to Apex programming. You will be easily understand the concepts of Apex programming if you join that C and C++ bootcamp. And one bootcamp will be based on a particular cloud. So I'm just thinking about Omni Studio. So I'm just planning to create some prerequisite videos for that. And then like me and my colleague, my teammate will be coming live, and we'll be doing that session together in front of you, and we'll be answering all your queries. Right? So coming to the topic, so we are going to discuss about Queueable Apex. And if you have any sort of doubt, so just write your doubt in the chat. So first I will be explaining this concept, will be giving you demo, and then I will be taking all of your questions. Right? So feel free to ask any type of question, whatever you have in your mind, and I will try to answer your question. Okay, so first of all, we need to understand about Queueable Apex, what it is. So those who have gone through the future method session. So in future method, I explained you, like if you want to run any process in the background, or you want to interact with any web service, web callouts. So for that purpose, basically we prefer future method. But future methods have some limitation. So those limitations can be overcome with the help of Queueable Apex. So you can say Queueable Apex is a superset of future method with extra features, right? So it is a combination of future method and batch Apex. So Queueable Apex is basically combination of future methods and batch Apex. So this is important to remember. Now, in future method session, I told you future method basically works on primitive data types or collection of primitive types, but Queueable Apex works beyond that, right? So if you want to pass S objects as an argument in the Queueable Apex, so that is possible, right? And if you have implemented any Queueable Apex, so it can be called by a simple system.enqueueJob method, and enqueueJob return a job ID that can be monitored. So in yesterday's session, you saw like after implementing batch Apex, we need to call that batch Apex with execute batch method. So similarly, if you have implemented any Queueable Apex, so it will be called through enqueueJob, right? And it will also return an ID. So yesterday I showed you like batch Apex, when you start its execution, so it also returns an ID that you can monitor. So here also in Queueable Apex, you can monitor that ID. So these are few points that you need to remember while working with Queueable Apex. And here you can see we have 3 more benefits. So two I already discussed. First is non-primitive type. So non-primitive type means you can use S objects like other than primitive. So primitives are integer, string, decimal, double. So these are primitive data types. Now, if you want to go beyond those primitive types, so non-primitive types are your S objects like custom object or standard object. So if you want to use them or collection of S objects, so those can be used in Queueable Apex, right? And you can do monitoring as well in case of Queueable Apex because you will be receiving the ID. So through that ID, you can query and you can do monitoring. That is not possible with future method because in future method, you won't be receiving any ID for monitoring purpose. And we have chaining jobs option available with Queueable Apex. So now we need to understand what is the meaning of chaining of jobs. So suppose you have implemented a Queueable Apex class where a method is available. So through that Queueable Apex method, if you want to call any other Queueable Apex method, so through one Queueable Apex class method, if you want to call another Queueable Apex class method, so that is basically known as chaining of jobs, right? And it can go in any depth. So from one you can call second, from second you can call third, from third you can call fourth. So this way you can apply chaining of jobs. But from one Queueable Apex method you can call only one another Queueable Apex method, right? So these features you need to remember, and asynchronous Apex generally asked in the interviews. So you just need to remember what is future method, what are the characteristics of future method. You need to remember about batch Apex, then you need to remember about this Queueable Apex as well, right? So I hope if you go through all the sessions, Monday, Tuesday, and today's and tomorrow's as well, so you will be having all the understanding like how these particular features of asynchronous Apex works. So now I'm going to compare this Queueable Apex with future method. So here we have future method syntax. So you all know like future method, if you are going to implement, so we need to use @future. So here we will be receiving list of string. So string is a primitive data type. And here we are calling a method, mySync method. So basically what is happening, this mySync method is defined separately. So if you want to execute this method separately as a synchronized method, so that is possible. But if you want to call it under any asynchronous method like future method, so that is also possible. So it depends on the requirement. Like if you want to run this mySync method synchronously, so you will be calling it directly. But if you want to run it asynchronously, so this mySync method is called inside my future method. And if you call this future method, so it will be running in the background, and it will be creating a separate thread, and then it will be calling this mySync method, right? So through future method, you can call any other normal method as well, but that normal method in that case will be running in the background asynchronously, right? So this way actually future method works. And now if we see the Queueable syntax, so here you can see public, then class, then some class. So this is the name of the class. Then we have implements. So it is a keyword, and here we need to implement an interface. So interface name is Queueable. It is predefined. So yesterday also while implementing batch Apex, we implemented one interface. So similarly, while implementing any class and you want to convert that class into Queueable Apex, so you need to implement this Queueable interface, and it is predefined, right? Then inside this, you have to define only one method. So in previous slides, I told you Queueable Apex is combination of future method plus batch Apex. So this implementation is similar to batch Apex, but in batch Apex, we have three methods: start, execute, and finish. And here we have only one method, that is execute. And here we are receiving one parameter of Queueable context. Whatever operation you want to perform, so that will be done under this execute method, right? And generally for web service callout, we can prefer this Queueable Apex. And if you want to pass S objects as a parameter, so in place of future method, you will be preferring this Queueable Apex, right? So now how chaining of jobs are done. So here you can see we have a class first job, which is implementing Queueable interface, and it is having execute method. Then here you can see we are calling system.enqueueJob, and we are creating instance of second job. So this second job is a class. Similar to first job, we'll be having one more class that will be second job, and that second job class we are actually calling here. So this way, if you're implementing any Queueable Apex class, so you can create instance of another Queueable Apex class here under this system.enqueueJob. So this is basically chaining of the job. So whenever first job class execute method will be initiating its execution. So once all the logic is processed, then it will be calling the second job Queueable Apex automatically because of this statement. Right? So here first job will be the parent class, and the second job will be the child. So if first job execute method is starting its execution, then only second job will be executing. Okay, so I hope this way you are able to understand this chaining of job. Now I'm going to implement one example in front of you so that you can understand like how Queueable Apex is implemented in Salesforce. So jumping here, moving to developer console. So basically here I'm going to implement an example in front of you. So creating new Apex class, naming it as update parent account. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to create one Queueable Apex class where on account record, I will be populating a parent account record, right? So what does it mean? So I'm going to show you that. So this way I just implemented this Queueable interface. Now, what I'm going to do, so here if I go to accounts, so on each account record there is one field which is known as parent account. So I'm just going to modify it. So from here I'm just clicking on select fields to display. So what I did, I just clicked on this gear icon. From here I am selecting this fields to display, and from here I will be selecting parent account. So on each account record, we have this field parent account that I'm going to choose, clicking on save. So here you can see this parent account field is available. So right now for most of the accounts, we don't have any parent account. For most of the account, yeah, here we have this parent account. So for Dickinson PLC, we have parent account as Burlington Textile. So what does it mean? If I open this Burlington Textile account record, so here we have this button. So this is for hierarchy. If I click on this button, so you can see the hierarchy. So here you can see Burlington Textile Corp of America. This is the parent account. And here we have this as a child account. Okay. So it is similar to that, like if you have, suppose you have 5 companies. So those 5 companies, if you are putting under one parent company, so let's say, for example, we have Alphabet. Alphabet is the parent company of Google. So Google will be the child account record and its parent account record will be Alphabet, right? So similarly here we have this parent-child relationship between account. Okay, so what I'm going to do through code, I will be querying some account records, and on that account records, I will be populating parent account with the help of Queueable Apex. Right, so here I'm going to implement the code. So basically I'm going to declare 2 variables here. So first one is ACC list and second one is parent account ID, right? So these are 2 variables for the class. So I'm declaring them, declaring these 2 variables outside the method. So these two variables will be available for all the methods that I'm going to define inside this class. Now I'm going to create a constructor. So constructor basically works whenever we create instance of the class. So here I'm going to receive account records and account ID. Right now, these are the variables which are related to this class. So generally for class variables, we use this dot acc list equals to account records. So whatever account records we will be receiving in this variable, in the constructor variable, those will be automatically assigned into this acc list. And then we can write this dot parent account ID equals to acc ID. Right? So this way, what is happening? Whatever values we are passing under these two parameters, this is a constructor. This is a constructor, right? And these are variables of class. Okay, these are private, so we can use these variables inside this class only in any method, right? After this, I'm going to define a method. So now I'm defining a method, and that method will be for applying some operation. So here queueable context, right? So this is execute method that I am going to define. And this execute method I'm defining because we are implementing this interface that is queueable. Now here under this under this execute method, we need to write the business logic. So I'm going to iterate a loop over here, which will be iterating over account list. So account list is a private variable of the class, which is receiving value from this account records variable. Now this account list will be iterated, and acc dot parent ID equals to this variable parent account ID. So whatever value is available, like ID of particular account record will be available in this parent account ID. So that will be populated under parent ID field of all the account records which are available into this acc list. And after completion of this loop, what I can do, I can just write update acc list. Okay, so this way I am just implementing this queueable apex, and this queueable apex I will be calling from anonymous window. So I will be passing list of account and one account record that will be becoming parent account record for all the account records. Those will be available into this list, right? So this list will be updated, and all the accounts which are available in this list, they will be having parent account as this acc ID. Right, so this way I just implemented it. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how it will be executed actually, right? So for that I will be querying some account records. Those are already available in our system. So I'm just opening this anonymous window. So here I'm going to query account records. So first of all, I'm creating list of account. And I'm going to select ID from account where billing state equals to NY. So if I go here, so we can see billing state is a field under account, and wherever billing state is NY. So I'm just checking whether we have any record where billing state is NY. Yeah, we have this one. So we have one record where billing state is NY. So this account record will be updated, and here we will be having the parent record, and we will be querying that parent record as well, and we'll be passing that into that queueable apex, so that will be populated here automatically. Okay, so right now I am just querying all the account records where billing status NY. Now I just need to query the parent account ID. So select ID from account where name equals to, so here we need to provide particular name. So what I am going to do, so here we have this one 1304. This is this is an account record. So I'm passing its name, and wherever this account record will be matching, so its ID I'm going to receive like this. So what will happen through this SOQL, lots of account record will be queried, because whenever we apply SOQL, so data will be returned as a list. So here I am passing the 0th index, and at 0th index, whatever account record is available, its ID will be assigned into this parent ID, right? So these are the account records which we are querying, those will be updated. And this is the account record which will become the parent account record for above accounts. Right now, what I need to do, I need to create instance of update parent account. So we created this class update parent account. So this class instance I am creating update job new update parent account. So here what I need to do, I need to pass two parameters. So first one is ACC list and second one is parent ID. Right, so this is my statement. So this is the class name, this is the instance, and through new I am just creating the instance and passing these two parameters, ACC list and parent ID. So these two parameters will go to the constructor. And here I am just writing the steps like system dot enqueue job and then update job. So update job is basically this instance I created above. So I'm passing it. So through this statement system dot enqueue job, through this statement our Apex class, that Queueable Apex class will be executing, right? And in real-time scenarios, if you want to perform this operation, so you can call it through trigger as well. So in any trigger, like if you have this scenario, you have the data. So you just need to write these two statements and you need to pass the data and your Queueable Apex will start execution. And if you want to run it manually, so you can use anonymous window, and this way you can just fetch the data and you can pass them as a parameter and that Queueable Apex will be executing. Now, before executing it, I am going to take you here and refreshing this page. So basically what is happening here, so we just need to search for Apex jobs here, right? And here you will find all the all the asynchronous processes. You can monitor them here. So in yesterday's session, I executed batch twice, and then a day before yesterday, I executed future method. And today I will be executing Queueable Apex. So one entry will be available here. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to execute this for you so that you can understand how it will be working. So I'm just clicking on execute. Okay, so there is some mistake. Yeah, spelling, typo mistake. So it is NQ, QUEUE, right? So just correct it if you are implementing along with me. So now again I am executing it. It is executed. Now coming here and doing a refresh. So you will see one more entry here. Yeah, here you can see Queueable. Job type is Queueable and date is 3/5, May. And it is completed, and here you can see everything. Okay, now what I need to do, moving here and refreshing the page. So now I need to check the account records where billing state is NY. So here I have only one record where billing state is NY. So I'm just scrolling down and going to show you the results. So here you can see we have one record NY, and here parent account is populated as 1304. because if you see here, so I just queried the parent account whose name is 1304. So this way code is working fine. And if I open this and if I click on the hierarchies button, so you will see that hierarchy here. This is the parent and this is the child one. Okay, if you have more accounts where billing state is NY, all those will be updated automatically. So this way you can utilize Queueable, and Queueable basically works on S objects as well. So this is the major difference between future method and Queueable Apex. And another difference is, like in future, you won't be having chaining of jobs. Like one future cannot call another future method. But in case of Queueable Apex, through one Queueable Apex method, execute method, you can call another Queueable Apex execute method, so that you can just you can just create a chaining of the jobs. So if one Queueable Apex execute method executed, so it can call another Queueable Apex execute method automatically, right? So this is the benefit of chaining, right? So I hope this way you understood how this Queueable Apex is working. Now, what you can do, you can practice it. So after this session, you can practice, you can go through the recording once again and start implementing this. And there is one question available here that you need to implement. So what does this question says? You need to create a Queueable Apex class that inserts the same contact record through cloning. So what you need to do, you need to create one contact record, and that same contact record you just need to clone again and again. And that contact record will be inserted under each account record wherever industry equals to media. So what you need to do, you need to implement your Queueable Apex in such a way, like if you are receiving a list of account records, so you will be assuming that that list of account record is having industry as media. So you will be like adding one contact record under each account record, whatever list you will be receiving. Right, so this way you need to implement, and if you are not able to understand it properly, so just go through this recording, and after watching this recording, you can just implement the code without taking any help, right? So this way you will be able to understand it properly, right? And the link of this exercise sheet is available in the description of this video, so you can go through with that. Now I'm going to take questions which are available here. Okay, so Ravikant is saying he is listening Lightning Aura component and LWC classes and he's impressed. Thank you. Praveen, can you explain in few words about Salesforce Associate Certification Exam? It's trending on LinkedIn. Is it about admin side or? Yeah, it is about admin side, and like for beginner, this associate certification is. And if you have not done admin certification, then this can be your first certification. But if you have already done admin certification, then if you don't do associate certification, that is also okay. Jana is asking, sir, why did you write private for that two variables? So basically those two variables I will be using inside the class. That's why I wrote private. If you don't write private, so these variables will become public by default, right? So that's why, so you can just specify the type. Right? So next question is from Venkatesh. He's asking, can I call the synchronous class into asynchronous class into trigger? Yeah, you can. Rahul is asking, like, before see the video predefined, it would be awesome. Yeah. So like it would be beneficial. So if you go through the video and then you start implementing, then also it is okay. So it depends on you how you want to understand the concepts, right? So I hope this way this Queueable Apex implementation is also good with you. And like I explained all three features: future method, day 53, batch Apex, day 54, and Queueable Apex, day 55. Tomorrow I will be explaining about scheduled Apex and few other features. So this asynchronous Apex, like Apex related, all the stuff will be completed by tomorrow. Then next week we'll be doing Visual Force, and then we'll be doing integration, right? So this is all about today's session. And if you have any more question, you can ask. I think this topic was straightforward, so you won't be having much questions. Still, if you have, you can ask. Otherwise, do practice. And I would say don't mixed up queueable, future, and batch. They are for different purposes, so call them separately. If you want to call a queueable apex from another queueable apex, then you can go with that way. And future we cannot call in through another future, and batch is separate. Batch is for existing data, so keep them separate. Right? So yeah, so uh, Rituja is asking about LWC. So next week will be Visual Force, then next 2 weeks will be for integration. And after that, from next month, I will be starting HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Those I will be covering into 1 or 2 weeks, and then I will be starting Aura and then LWC. So I'm going step by step so that you can understand the topics properly, right? So uh, this is the plan, and I won't be like completing the topics in rush. So I'm explaining only one topic each day so that you can understand and you can do regular practice. So I think I already, Jana, I already covered only a few things like platform event and custom metadata type. These are remaining, so I am planning to do them tomorrow. For them, like I have material not prepared. That's why I'm skipping them every week. So we'll try to prepare some content over those two topics, and then I will try to cover them. Otherwise, next week for sure, those will be completed. Yeah, so Venu, I will be starting DevOps. Like right now, lots of bootcamp is planned. So let me go step by step. So DevOps will be there. I'm planning. So maybe in June and July, you will hear lots of bootcamps will be there, right? So by the end of this year, most of the things will be covered. Everything will be available under this common Excel sheet. So here I will be adding more tabs, so all the technical related sessions will be done. So you will be having different tabs where sessions will be there, and anyone who is the beginner, they can just click on particular tab and will be having everything planned, right? So this way I am proceeding further, and we'll try to make Sanjay Gupta Tech School as a platform where everything is available free of cost. And then you can decide like whether to go for premium batches or not. So I will be doing some premium batches like limited students, and will be focusing on your technical as well as your personality development classes. So I'm working on those as well. So those will be having very limited amount, and that will be for premium audience. Those who gone through all the free content, still they want to have some focused sessions. So for them, those sessions will be available. Yeah, so like Om is asking how many days will take LWC. So Om, you can just go through the session tracker. Session tracker will give you all the insights, right? So Chandan, there is one playlist available. So in that playlist, total 25 videos are available on LWC. So you can just go through with that. I will be adding more videos into that. So Venkatesh, you are asking online or offline. So I didn't get your question. Can you please ask it again? Great, Chandan. I am impressed, and I appreciate your efforts. Like you are able to watch all the videos of that LWC playlist. So it will be kind of prerequisite for LWC sessions. So if you go through with that, so you will be able to understand the sessions well. So Rajiv, advanced Salesforce certification means what? Yeah, so Venkatesh, right now I am planning for online, but soon I will be opening offline center as well in Jaipur. Right? So my first center will be opened in Jaipur only. That will be offline, and it will be kind of different uh, campus where I will be having folks. Those will be going through the whole internship program for minimum 6 months and for maximum 1 year. And I will be giving them internship as well as experience certificate as well, so that they can apply for jobs as an experienced candidate. So first step will be online, and after that offline. So I'm working on that concept. So soon, like by the end of this year, everything will be free. I'm planning on premium batches as well. So first those will be launched as online, and then offline will also be there. So Chandan, like 25 videos are already there. So I have to create around 25 to 30 more. So that is almost 60% of LWC. 40-45% is still remaining. Okay, guys. So I think I covered almost everything for today. See you tomorrow at same time. And tomorrow this asynchronous Apex and kind of Apex will be completed. So see you tomorrow. Thank you.